Whoa, okay, I pushed the button before I knew I was ready, so I guess I'm ready. All right, today is day 10 of posting 44 radio shows on transforming grief that were originally aired over the holidays in 2010. And it was in August of this year where I just really got the call to repost them again and to put them into a book. So more on that later. The show I want to highlight today is a show that was called Messages from Beyond: How to Trust Those You've Lost Are With You Today. My guest was Ellen Kittredge on that show, and Ellen is a nutrition and health counselor. So I'm going to post the link to the radio show after the Facebook Live, but I just want to say this is a really, really powerful show. The story that Ellen told about the journey she took with her boyfriend who had leukemia and who died, I think it was 5 years after they met. Actually, I might have the timing. No, it was about 3 years that they knew each other before he died. One of the things that's so powerful about this story is Ellen's ability to really express the power of living in the moment with what is happening. So her story, she was dating a guy named Matt. They'd been dating for 6 months. They were in their 20s. He was diagnosed with leukemia after 6 months of dating. And so she made the decision to go on this health journey with him. She ended up being his caretaker for 2.5 years. At one point, they moved to Minneapolis from Maryland for him to have a bone marrow transplant. And the day before his 29th birthday, which she'd known him for about 1.5 years, she realized she wanted to spend the rest of her life with him. At that point, they didn't know that he was going to die. It was a year later that he was given a terminal diagnosis where he then died. All right, Ellen, you can, if you listen to this, you can fill in the dates, because right now I'm so caught up in the energy of the show that I forget the exact time period. But the things that I want to share is they decided to get married. And you know, how many of us are in a situation where we're looking for a guarantee in life? We're not sure if we want to make a commitment to something, whether it is a person, an idea, a passion we have, a desire, and we hold back and we wait back even though we're getting a clear yes to do this. None of us know in a relationship how long we're going to be together. We don't know how long we're going to live. We don't know how long the relationship will work for us. And so that in itself is a really powerful part of this story. One of the quotes that Ellen shared on the radio show was this quote: "Peace. It does not mean to be in a place where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work. It means to be in the midst of all those things and still be calm in your heart." Another thing that Ellen and I talked about on this show was when we lose a deceased, when one of our loved ones dies, receiving messages from them afterwards and still feeling that connection. I know that for Ellen, dragonflies was something where there was a connection with dragonflies before her husband died. And then afterwards, dragonflies came to her in a variety of inspirations, and she shares that on the radio show. I know that for myself, my son was named for a hawk, and my husband was a falconer, And so there's a lot of hawk energy that I've received over the years, symbols from hawks. Both my son and husband had died, and I had sold our house. And the day that I sold our house, I walked up, locked it for the last time, and then walked back to the car. And for just a moment, I turned around and I looked at the front of the house just to have a moment of completion. And all of a sudden, a hawk just came, flew down, landed on the driveway, I don't know, 10, 20 feet from me, looked at me, and then flew away. And it was like, I felt like, wow, like my husband just brought in completion. This was a house that was our dream, our passion, and I had sold it and it was complete. So I encourage you to listen to the show, and if you have experiences with messages that you've received from beyond, or dreams and passions that you have, to please write in the comments, share them with me. I would love to hear your stories too. All right, I'm going to upload this and post the link for the radio show. See you tomorrow for day 11.